Urag'Thak, you are standing in the operating room with Fumblemore, who is just, like finishing stitching Ellana's wound up after pulling all of the mercury out and performing whatever magics he has to heal her. He's just finishing stitching her wound up, and he says, "Oh, it sounds like there's a story going on outside."
A story?
You don't hear Magic Frog and the Inquisitor. And Magic Frog, you are standing outside with Inquisitor Magnus, or Paladin Magnus, head of the Inquisition, who has just stomped his way up the stairs and begun to inquire, or not inquire, but tell you that Fumblemore is not who he's led you to believe he is. And he says, and he says to you, it was 80 years ago when we burned this tower to the ground. He's a heretic of the highest. 80 years. He's a heretic of the highest order. A necromancer. Defying the will of the gods. And he says, we killed him. We burned his home and those who fraternized with him. Apparently, my subordinates failed in their duties, and now I am going to finish the job. And we get I think if we were watching this on TV, we'd have the screen would just cut to black, and it fades into a view of the temple fortress where the temple fortress where the Inquisition has been operating out of. It's a bright sunny day. Kind of just at the beginning of winter. There's a little bit of snow on the ground. And inside the walls of the fortress, we can see several score Inquisitors training. And standing on top of the wall, in front of them, facing all of them, we see Paladin Magnus. And he looks exactly as he did. He looks exactly the same. And down in the courtyard, you two are watching your subordinates train in combat and magic, and sometimes even just like repairing things. And I want you to tell me about your characters and which particular training you are watching over right now.
Mm,
I guess, okay. I'm gonna start. My character's name is Adouelle. She is a Inquisitor, but she doesn't quite believe in the same sort of gods as the rest of the Inquisitors.
Well, she does. Her god
yeah,
is
she
one
does,
of the
but-
9.
Yes, but remember, okay.
No, whatever. Go for it.
She worships Bahamut, the god of all good dragons. And her eventual goal is to spread his magnificent word to all the non-dragons.
Including herself.
Yes, well, she has already heard his magnificent word.
Okay, and what are you...
Yes, and...
So you're playing as a cleric. You are one of... You're a member of the Inquisition of the Nine. What are you currently training your students in?
I'm gonna say that, like, I'm like, have like some like field medics, and I'm like, showing them like, we're practicing like CPR and like doctoring wounds and shit.
Fantastic. Fantastic. And Jonathan, who are you?
yeah. My character's name is Inquisitor Grégor.
Yes.
And he's battle hardened. Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
That sounds good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a battle hardened kind of hard ass. I'm gonna say, I think right now he's just looking over, like he's just teaching, like looking over the defense, like maybe like art of defense, not necessarily attacking, but just like defending mostly.
This is what you do if a heretic runs at you with a sword.
Yeah, just like holding your ground and like positioning and stuff like that.
Fantastic. You guys have been at it for about 3 hours. You've been teaching different things throughout those 3 hours. But it has gotten to the end of the training day, and Paladin Magnus, in his resplendent silver armor with glowing runes etched into it, he blows a big horn as you are kind of as the sun kind of begins to set to mark the end of the day, and all of your pupils kind of like finish up what they're doing. They pack up their stuff and they all head into the mess hall. And the two other teachers, or the like mid-ranking officers within the thing, are left in this courtyard with Paladin Magnus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he says, that is good work. We will continue the day after tomorrow. Tomorrow is the winter festival. We will continue the day after tomorrow. Good work. I hope to see you bright and early tomorrow for preparation of the festival. I don't know where his voice went. It was not this Russian when we started. Whatever. We're sticking with it. I can hear myself through someone's thing.
Can you now?
Yep, and it...
Might be me. Let's see. Try that.
It's Jake.
Oops. That was not meant. I did not mean to send you that.
It's Jake.
I don't know what it sent you. Oh, it's Jake?
No, shh. Be both of you quiet. No, it's Jonathan.
Okay, I turned it down. Is it still doing it?
Nope. Perfect.
Okay.
So, what do you do?
I guess I say, no, it's hard switching between Urag and this. Okay. It's... I'm very excited to work the festival. That's not
Jake,
right,
Jake,
no.
people have to listen to this.
Yes, I know.
Perfect.
This is
Perfect.
my voice.
Yeah, perfect.
I'm very excited to work the festival. I think it will do much good in spreading the good word of our great Lord of the North Wind.
Oh boy.
Okay, I look over at him.
Now,
or
the
her.
Lord of the North Wind, that is Bahamut, right?
Yes,
Okay.
it is one of his many names.
Perfect. Okay, just had to be clear. Just had to be clear. Okay. 'Cause I have to know what we're all talking about too.
Yeah.
So, fantastic.
All right. I look over at her, and I look mad. And I say, "Would you quit your insolent yapping?"
Wow, every character is just gonna be, like, super at odds with the rest of the party, huh? Every single one. Jonathan?
But have you heard?
But have you heard the good word of Bahamut? I like pull out like a little Jehovah's Witness size little Bible and I hand it to him.
Okay,
You
one
must
of the...
read of his valiant and good deeds.
Okay, here I take it and I smirk. We're friends.
One
See?
of-
There you go, Ethan.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Fantastic. One of the other teachers said one of the other teachers, he's a dwarven man named Baldric. He kind of he holds his own little book out to you and he says, I'll listen to your sermon if you'll listen to mine about Pan.
Why not?
Fantastic.
Or more like fantastic.
You know puns are outlawed here. I'm kidding. Fantastic! Then we shall retire to the mess hall and eat and make merry. And... stuff. Fuck it, let's go. Just, let's go. And the three of you begin to walk out and you guys leave the fourth teacher is a woman, fuck it, I don't have you know what? I did not prepare names for these characters, and I don't know why I didn't do that.
That's just fine. He's
Be
NPC number
nameless.
4.
Yeah, nameless
No,
characters.
the other teacher is a woman named Nora. She's kind of you'd estimate her to be in her early 50s. She has kind of long straight gray hair, and she's got a very like light suit of armor on. And she's not opposed to what you're like going to do. She's just mute. She's mute. And she kind of, you guys are beginning to walk away, and she's just kind of following behind you guys, and I'd say maybe you look back and like she's an elven woman, she signs at you in Elvish sign language. Yeah, she signs at you, yes, let's eat food. I'm starving. Whatever. So you guys go into the mess hall, and it's full of like, I don't know, there's like 120 members of the Inquisition here, and they're all kind of, they're all just like eating and kind of like chatting and stuff. They're all, they're all knights. Their rank is knight. as or initiate. They're all either initiates or knights. Either
Do the knights have big puffy feathers?
no, either initiates or they've been fully trained and accepted, and they just haven't been upgraded to Inquisitor. Like, which you're all Inquisitors within the Inquisition, but you've also got Inquisitor as a rank. The four of you. And then Magnus is the Paladin, the head of the Inquisition.
Yeah,
and you guys go and you have your own kind of table separate from your students. That seats like 8, but you've got yourselves like spaced out along one side of it, and you kind of like can look out over the rest of the hall, and if you so choose, you may have one of your students join you at the meal. There are like 4 extra seats for it. Today though, none of you have requested a student to join you. You are having a Magnus is sitting on the opposite side of the table from you, and he says he doesn't actually say anything for most of the meal. But once about 90% of the students have left, once about 90% of the students have left, he begins to speak to you in a low whisper, and he says, "We have reports of necromancy in the mountains nearby. And unfortunate. If that shocks you, I'll wait until the end. These reports claim that our associate Miir'Thak is the man we have healing on duty to heal our more grievous wounds. It has been uncovered that he practices necromancy."
Not Miir'Thak, no!
I'm gonna say that, like, Adouelle has, like, knows him a bit better, because she, too, is a healer person.
Okay.
We're supposed to have a picnic next Tuesday!
Necromancer. This isn't good.
No, it's not. Nora signs what shall we do? And
I say we go hunt this thing down.
Agreed! And Magnus says, "We must proceed with caution. Necromancy is a dangerous subject, even for trained Inquisitors like yourselves. We must be careful, we must approach with caution, and we must destroy the heretic and all those who knowingly associated with him."
I raise my hand.
Necromancy. Disgusting.
I have a question.
Of course, you don't have to raise your hand.
Okay, well, what if he, like, didn't really, like, was, like, meaning to be a necromancer?
No, that sounds stupid. Never mind, I don't have a question.
That's funny.
Regardless of intent, necromancy is an affront to the Raven Queen. And as such, we must wipe it out, wherever it is found.
All right.
As soon...
Let us hope that these
Jake, stop breathing into your microphone.
Sorry.
Yep, continue.
let us hope that these the stories of Miir'Thak being the necromancer are not true.
Okay. Yeah. Well, in that case, we must see for ourselves. Each of you gather your best student. We set out in an hour.
Ha! I can't wait to kill this necromancer.
Agreed. Baldric is very much into this as well. Okay, so... Tell me, what do you do to prepare for the next hour, in the next hour? And what is the name of your best student?
I
should have asked you to think about this beforehand, too. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Don't worry, I have a good name thought out. So I guess to prepare, I just like get like my health potions and like my healing supplies. And, like maybe do a little bit of practicing with some of the spell incantations and whatnot.
Okay. I'm gonna grab my best student. His name's Daniel.
Daniel.
And I'm gonna help him train for the next hour or so, as hard as I can.
Okay. Fantastic. Gregor, you've retrieved Daniel. He's a human. He's like pretty I don't know, he's like pretty good. He's pretty good in a fight. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Adouella. Fuck it, I'm calling you Addie.
Adouelle.
Addie, who's your student?
Yes, I will bring my favorite student, Mordhall Firebeard. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No one's gonna get that joke.
No, they won't.
Fuck me.
It doesn't matter.
Who are you retrieving?
I am retrieving my student
Rogue.
and dear friend,
Oh god.
Mordhall
Mordhall Firebeard. No!
Sidreth.
What?
Her name is Sidreth.
Sidreth.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Is that correct? Yep. Perfect.
Yes, and she's...
You do whatever. She's a
She's
dragonborn,
a
I
fellow
assume.
healer. Sure, yeah.
Okay. What color? No, I'm gonna pick. She's a blue dragonborn.
Blue dragon? Sure.
Yep, blue. Because unlike dragons, the scales are not directly linked to an alignment. Well, actually, even dragons aren't linked to an alignment by their scales. It's a recommendation.
General thing.
Yeah, it's a generalization. Oh. Okay, she's a blue dragonborn. You guys reconvene in an hour in the courtyard, where Magnus has prepared 9 horses.
Yes, I love horses.
9 horses.
Yay!
And oh boy, or Baldric, not Baldric. Jake.
Yeah.
Stop.
Oh, okay.
Unless you have Jake, unless you have some coconuts to bash together, I don't want to hear sound effects. Okay.
Oh, that's great.
Why do you do this to me? Why? Anyway, you, and Magnus says, "Are we ready to go? Is everyone prepared?"
Yes, I'm ready.
Me and Daniel are more than ready. That's a little weird. That was a little...
Fantastic. Mount up. Mount up. And you guys mount your horses, and you set off through the mountains. And you ride up through it's about an hour. It's about an hour's ride. Or no, it's about a half hour's ride. Because I said it was an hour's ride in the previous episode, an hour's walk in the previous episode. It's about a half hour ride, maybe 20 minutes to half an hour. And you arrive, you ride up through the mountains, through the snow. The snow slows you down a bit, and you ride through this mountain pass. That's kind of more like a tunnel with a big gash carved into the top of it. And at the end of your ride, you arrive at a big, tall stone tower. It's formidable. The roof is made of, I don't know, this red material that you can just kind of barely see as it towers above you. Pun intended, not intended. Sort of. There's a small patch of earth that seems to be untouched by the snow, with some plants growing in it. And there's I don't know. There's there's a patch of snow where someone has made some snow angels, and kind of back behind the tower there's a pen. There's a small kind of shed stable where there are 2 horses tethered up with some hay to eat. And the stable also seems to be untouched by the snow.
Mm-hmm.
And as you arrive, Magnus is the first to dismount, and he gestures for you to follow him, just kind of over his shoulder, and he leads you up to the door. It's a large oak door with iron decorations on its face.
Uh-huh.
And the archway around the stone archway around making up the door frame has several runes carved into it. One in each cobblestone. I'm just gonna turn that off. I can't look at myself while I do this.
All right.
So where do we start?
We start.
Well, I believe we should knock on the door.
Exactly. And Magnus.
Yeah, let's knock the door down.
Or
Well-
just knock. We do not know
Okay.
that necromancy is for sure being practiced here.
I start banging on the door trying to break it down.
Fantastic. Sure, make a strength check to crash through the door. Do you just push past Magnus to do this? Because he leads you up there.
He's in the way. Yeah, if
Okay.
he's in the way,
Sure.
then I won't push past him. Maybe
No, you don't push past. Maybe
walk past
not
him.
push past him, but walk a little quicker than he does.
Sure, and then
He's got a big, heavy suit of armor on, and I imagine that you're just kind of wearing well, it's definitely not as big and heavy as his, even if it's full plate.
Okay, I got an 8.
Okay, yeah, you bang on the door, and the just fucking doesn't budge.
I could use a little help here, guys.
I go up to the door and kind of listen to see if I can hear any movement inside.
Okay, make a perception check.
Alright. Perception. Oh.
While I feed my
Godzilla. Oof. Let's see, what's my perception? What's my modifier? Sorry, microphone's like right by my face.
Okay,
Oh,
we've solved
survival,
this problem in the
persuade.
past.
Okay. Okay, I got a 7.
Okay. As far as you can tell, the room on the other side of the door is silent as the grave. There's no movement happening
All
inside. There's no, not even a light has like turned on in the window, or there's like a big, I don't know, window about halfway up the tower. Nothing. Nothing. No response.
No response. Can I look around and see if there's like any like, you know, signs that someone has like been around here lately?
Okay, there's a big black raven sitting on top of one of the horses. One of your horses.
Big I go up to it and
Why?
I perform like animal handling.
Okay. Animal handling.
Interesting.
Okay. Do you want to... You know what? Fuck it. Actually, Jake, you know what? You mentioned you were probably, like, more friends with Miir'Thak. As you get closer, make your animal handling check. As you get closer, you recognize that... You recognize this raven to be, the companion of Miir'Thak's daughter, Ashlyn.
Okay, I guess I approach it. Does anyone else see me?
What did you roll?
Go up to it,
What did you roll?
I rolled a 12.
12. Okay. You approach, the raven, I don't know, jumps onto your hand as you hold it up to it.
Okay,
I imagine at least one of the other people has watched you do this. Yeah.
I say to the raven, please tell your father to come meet us and
Father?
out. Father? Yeah,
Oh,
didn't you say that she was his
No, yeah,
daughter?
sure. Yeah, it is you know it to be the animal companion of Miir'Thak's daughter, Ashlyn.
Yes. Please tell your father to meet us outside this tower.
Okay.
The Inquisition has some questions for him to answer, and we are having a bit trouble getting in.
The raven looks at you quizzically.
All right, I will take that as a yes, maybe?
Okay. Do you try to get in again, or do you just wait?
Okay. Can I look around?
Yeah.
Is there another way in?
No. You walk around the building. You walk around the tower. There's no other way in.
Okay.
This is the only way. You might be able to get in through the window, but it's a sheer climb of about 30 feet.
Dumb question.
Yeah.
We know his name, right?
Miir'Thak.
Yeah. The necromancer?
Yeah. Well, the
Okay.
the alleged necromancer is a man named Miir'Thak.
Miir'Thak, right. Okay. Okay. I breathe in, I yell out his name.
Okay. Can I get a sample of that?
Yeah. I'll try, I mean. Okay. Miir'Thak, I'm kidding. Miir'Thak, open this door. That was weird. That was dry, but you get what I'm trying to say.
I think dry is accurate. It's like cold and snowy out here.
Well, there you go.
Dry.
Immersion.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Make a fuck it. No. Okay. The door opens after a few seconds. And you see there are two people on the other side of the door. You see two people, both of whom you all recognize. You see first of all you see Miir'Thak, who is he's a tall kind of he's a tall kind of like skinny man. He's not skin and bones, but he's also like not buff. He's just kind of like a mid whatever guy in his he's kind of just like a guy in his early 40s. He has long kind of black hair that's been tied back behind his head. And kind of a short, well kept, pointed beard, beard and mustache, and he's wearing kind of a deep blue, kind of a deep blue robe with a white coat over top of it, and And by the way, like, most of his clothing and all of his hands are covered in blood. He's not the person who has opened the door.
Okay.
The one who opened the door is his daughter Ashlyn, who is she's a half elf. She's about 19 years old, and with kind of like gray hair, but not like age gray. It's just gray. Which is because her parents have black hair, Miir'Thak, and her mother, her mother Kate, has white hair. She's a full-blooded high elf. Dark elf. And Ashlyn and like Miir'Thak is like pale guy, like never goes outside, it looks like, and Kate is a drow, so she has very dark skin and stuff, and Ashlyn is kind of halfway in between in almost every aspect.
Fun.
Do you still have the raven on your hand?
Yeah, I'm gonna say sure.
Okay, cool. She opens the door and for her father, and he says, "What do you want? I'm in the middle of saving one of your Inquisitors from dying." And he holds out his bloody hands, like as to emphasize the point.
I say, there apparently have been some rumors that I do not believe.
You're wanted for necromancy, you bastard! Like, Magnus has had it. He's not in the mood for politeness, anything more. He's not waiting any longer. And he pushes his way in to the building, kind of like shoving Ashlyn out of the way. And like approaches Miir'Thak, who just like doesn't react in time, and Magnus just like grabs him by the front of his shirt, and he says, "You will not be laying another hand on any of my men."
I put my hand on my weapon, and I smile and say, "Looks like your time is up."
And I just kind of cut in and I say, what I believe they're trying to say is, we're going to need to search the area and ask you some questions to see if any of these rumors hold up.
There's
We're not
nothing to
arresting him yet.
Necromancer.
Baldric steps up next to Grégor and like puts a hand on his weapon as well, and he says, "Nope, we're burning them at the stake." Very, very like no questions. Just fucking get rid of them.
I think what you'll need to do is think. What would Bahamut do?
What?
He not only was a very kind and benevolent ruler, but he also greatly valued justice. Wouldn't it make sense for us to at least figure out if he is in fact a necromancer?
I ignore that and I say, so what's it gonna be, Miris? The hard way or the easy way?
I'm not sure I know the difference. Also,
Well, let's
what
enlighten you then.
Also-
I pull out my sword.
is this, the easy way or the hard way?
Well, according to you, it doesn't make a difference. So we're gonna
Wait.
do it my way.
Okay, Ashelin steps in front of the rest of you and says, "Wait! What? You're accusing him of necromancy on what grounds?"
On the grounds that there have been some people linking him to I kind of turn to Magnus and say, who exactly is claiming him to be a necromancer?
Make a perception check.
Okay, what's my perception? Okay. Wait, oh, that's medicine. Oh, okay, they're the same. Godzilla. Okay. 16.
16. Okay. Behind you, well, not behind you, because that would be outside the tower. Off to your left, there's an alcove that seems to be used as a living room. And I should mention, by the way, that the internal workings of this tower do not fit the outside shape. There's like an extra room that doesn't exist outside, and it seems to be used as like a living room. And just kind of walking out of it, there's a small black cat. And as it as it walks out, and Ashlyn spots it out of the corner of her eye, she moves out of your way very quickly and goes to pick it up, but not before just all of you see that like half of its ribs are exposed and one of its eyes is missing, and there's like it definitely should not be walking around. And she does her very best to hide this fact.
Alright. So everyone sees this?
Yeah. You made a check for everybody. We're playing fast and loose with the rules for the Inquisition episode.
Alright.
And what is that I see?
Nothing. It's a cat.
A cat with its guts hanging out. You are necromancers. You are coming with us right now.
Technically, it's its ribs, not its guts.
Okay, I try to attack Ashlyn.
Oh fuck, dude. Oh god. Okay. Sure, make the attack roll.
Okay.
Wait, who's he attacking?
Ashlyn.
Oh god.
Why does my D20 my D20 glitched? Because when using the online version, the number is like not on the center, it's like on the top right triangle. What? Ew. Okay. Right, and then plus attack. I got 10.
Okay. As you... Okay. You go to attack her, and she's not wearing any armor. She's kind of wearing, like a nightgown, basically. Like, she's wearing a dressing gown. Actually, no, that's a bathrobe. Same thing. She's wearing, like, sleeping clothes. So she doesn't have any armor on, and she has no, like, weapon to defend you with. Your sword stops about 6 inches from her face. And you, like, look around to see what's causing this, and you just, like, the next thing you see is Magnus just fucking punches Miir'Thak in the face. And his arm, which he held out as you attacked her, drops. And she looks absolutely terrified.
Wait, which arms drops?
Miir'Thak's arm drops. He like extended it to as you attacked.
Yeah.
Ashlyn.
Okay. I kind of just like very loudly say,
Okay, everybody, calm down.
No!
We are going to have to arrest these two.
We need
So,
to purge
please-
these filth from our lands.
Come quietly, and we will then begin the orderly re-killing of all reanimated corpses.
Behind you hear Nora's student Fiore begin to speak, and you have, I don't know, you like to have a glance back and you realize that she's reading Nora's signs and speaking for her. Jake, don't breathe into the fucking microphone.
oh, sorry, it's not even that close.
And Fiore says for Nora. He is Miir'Luviniaak, one who makes dead things living. And as such, we are under burden to purge them.
What? I look over at quote-unquote Miir'Thak.
Addie, you the word Miir'Luviniaak you recognize as Elvish, which is like a very flowery language. It means one who makes dead things living, or in English, common, whatever, necromancer.
Cool.
So she says again, or she says, continuing, bring them outside, and we will prepare the pyres.
I thought you'd never ask. Daniel, grab this one. I point to Ashlyn.
He does. He goes up. He walks up to her and he says, "I'm sorry, miss. Really, I am." And he wrests the cat from her arms, and then forces her and to turn around, and he wraps a cord around her hands and ties it. And Paladin Magnus, who still has Miir'Thak, says, Adouelle and Grégor, go upstairs. Find his wife. Bring her to me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And but before I go upstairs, I turn to I turn to Mirrors and I under my breath whisper.
He's out cold.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Then
you
never
whisper
mind.
to him anyway. I mean,
Yeah, you could whisper anyway. Like you may not
I'm
realize.
gonna whisper anyways. I'm gonna say, yeah.
Sorry.
I can't do the voice
That's fine.
and whisper, so
Fine.
I'm just gonna
You just say it at
pretend
normal
I'm
volume.
whispering.
Sorry, but you know our laws. This is what happens.
Does a lot for a passing whisper, but whatever.
Yes.
Okay. So.
Not quite like a passing. I stand there for like a sec or two.
Okay. The other Inquisitors begin to carry and drag their prisoners out into the snow. Where do you look for Mirrors' wife?
Well, I mean, I go upstairs, like Magnus said.
I mean, yeah, he did say that. But so I mean, the first floor is a library and like the living room area. Second floor is like medical. It's I think as I described it, it was there's the operating room, and then like the rest of the balcony kind of spreads around, and the bookshelf. It's still a library in the center tower, but they're all dedicated to like the medicine stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's another stairway leading even further up. So I want to know where you look first.
I guess I just check through all the like medical sort of areas, make sure she's not like hiding anywhere there.
Okay. And Grégor, where do you just go with Addie, or
can you explain to me the surroundings again, just real fast? Like,
yes, as soon as my cat quits trying to get into the bathroom. Oh my god, you don't need to be in there. There's nothing in there. Okay, the room. So the first floor is library, and then there's an alcove off to the left that is a living room. Second floor continues to be a library, but all of the books on the shelves are dedicated to medicine of some form or another. There's a big room on that level where Mirrors performs medicine, doctorly duties, right? And there's a guy on the table who has at this point expired.
yeah, I'll go there.
Just in there, and then there's another set of stairs up. Okay, so you guys just search the medicine floor. Okay. You find several books on. I mean, you just look around. You see several books on magic, healing magic, and medicine and stuff like that. You search the operating room, and you just find the dead guy, and you don't find Mirrors' wife.
Is there any evidence that there's any things done to the dead guy to make him they're in the middle of turning him into a zombie?
Nope. Make a medicine check.
Right.
Or an
Medicine
arcana check. One or the other.
Godzilla.
Do I make one too, or just him?
If you want to investigate this, yeah.
Sure.
Got an
Do it.
11.
Let's see, I got. Where's it at? Oh,
Well, I need to know which
one.
check you make, guys.
I'm doing medicine.
Okay, Jake?
Hmm?
Medicine or
Oh,
arcana?
I made a medicine check.
Okay, medicine.
Medicine.
Okay. I got 17. No, I'm sorry, 18.
Okay, you guys have a look. He just looks like he was like stitching up a wound made by a spear, or a sword or something sharp. He just looks like he was legitimately in the middle of an operation.
Oh, I know. Where's Ashlyn?
She's been taken outside with the other Inquisitors.
Gonna go out there and grab her.
You can try.
I want to try to threaten the mom to come out by threatening to take Ashlyn's life.
Okay, I don't think you need.
Oh,
I don't
God.
think you need to go and get her to threaten that. I think that threat is already there. I think.
Yeah, but if she sees that I'm having a sword right next to her throat, or a sword just I'm really this close to killing her, instead of just saying, hey, we have her captive, I could kill her if I wanted to. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, it's up to you ultimately, but
I mean, you could go and try, but I think you have a feeling that Magnus is just gonna say no. You feel like he's probably just gonna say no. They stay with us.
okay. Do we know the mom's name?
Her name is Kate.
Kate. Okay.
Should I just put their names in the Discord?
If you want. All right. So I go back out outside the room, and I yell Kate's name. It's like, Kate, we have your daughter, Kate. Sorry, that sounded weird.
Oh, I got her.
We have your daughter, Kate.
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 Kate. Okay.
I hope you realize that if you don't come out right now, she's going to die very soon.
Okay, where are you standing when you shout this? Just out on the balcony?
Outside the door. Yeah,
okay.
on the balcony.
Okay.
If you come out right now, I'll spare her. I will spare her life.
Okay. Hey, what's your armor class?
Mine is
both of them.
Indeed
Just for
going
future
to be-
reference.
Oh, mine's 19 for Grégor.
Okay,
Mine's 18.
fantastic. Okay, Grégor, as you were in the middle of shouting this, a bolt of fire crashes into your shoulder, fired from one of the upper levels, and you hear Kate shout, "You're going to kill us all anyway! Your threats mean nothing!"
At least now I know where you are. And I start walking my way menacingly to where she is.
I holler to Kate. And I say,
You're making this harder than it has to be, Kate! Just come with us and we'll make it as quick as we can!
I know what you do to those you deem heretics. Nothing you do will be quick. And, you said 18, right?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Jonathan, you took 15 points of damage, by the way. Or 13 points of damage.
13.
Jake, you take 15 as a bolt of fire crashes into your chest, knocking you over.
Oh.
She shouts, and she shouts again. Just as Grégor reaches the top of the stairs, she says, "I don't fucking care what you offer me. I'm taking all of you down with me." And you can see both of her hands burst into flame again as she prepares to chuck another firebolt at each of you.
So can I do I have direct eyesight on her?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Are you in combat?
Awesome. Well then,
Not
in that
yet.
case, I am going to cat. Oh, not yet.
Oh no, you're not in combat yet. You can just act.
Oh, okay. I guess I
Or you are in
run
combat,
over
but
to
we're not
her.
doing initiative. I'm not dealing with it today. Not for this. So, you run over to what? You're on the floor below her.
What? Yeah.
You.
I guess I run up the stairs.
Okay, you run up the stairs. Grégor, what do you do?
She's upstairs, right?
Yeah, you're now on the same floor as her. As you reach the top of the stairs, this looks to be like the real living area. There's a bedroom. There's like a double door into a bedroom that has been kind of flung open. That looks to be where Kate and Miir'Thak sleep. There's another door that's kind of been left ajar that you kind of assume might be Ashland's room. There's a kitchen and there's a big old kitchen on that's basically half of this floor, and there's yet another flight of stairs going up.
Okay. I hold my longsword with two hands and I walk towards her.
Okay.
I assume. Wait, Jake,
Mhm.
which side are you coming from?
There's
Do you want to sandwich her? We could sandwich her.
Oh yeah.
Or is that a thing?
Yeah, you could flank her. Go from
Okay,
opposite
Jake, want to do that?
directions.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, we'll do that
So
then.
Jonathan, you go
And then- okay, so-
counterclockwise around the outside edge, and Jake, you go clockwise toward Kate.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I walk towards her holding two hands on my longsword. And then I charge for an attack.
Okay, make your attack roll.
Okay. Okay, cool.
She is also wearing
22 to hit?
bedclothes and no armor, so yeah, 22 will hit.
Okay.
What are you trying to accomplish with this attack? Are you trying to knock her out and take you down with you, or actually injure her? Jake, quit breathing into the microphone.
Stabby.
Sorry.
You're trying to
I will
actually
do
injure her.
stabby.
Okay,
Stabby.
fantastic.
Yes. I got 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay. Sure. Yeah, you run your sword through her shoulder, through her left shoulder, and her hands extinguish, and she, I don't know, she drops to the ground.
She dead?
No.
Yeah, she's dead.
No.
I mean, well, is she out? I guess is what I'm saying.
She is incapacitated.
Cool. I pick her up.
She's a wizard. They don't have a lot of hit points.
Yeah.
Sure.
I turn to
Sorcerer? Something. She's something.
turn.
Spellcaster.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I say if you want, go take her down to.
She spits in your face.
Matt.
A lot of blood. A lot of it is blood. She spits it right in your face as soon as you start talking.
Oh, I thought she was incapacitated. Okay.
Yeah, she's unable to
Cool.
continue fighting. Doesn't mean she's unconscious.
Okay.
When she does this, how far down is the it's like one story, right?
2 stories, 20 feet?
20 feet?
Yeah.
I'll throw her down.
Fuck, dude. Alright, I have to go find the fall damage chart. Okay. 5th edition fall damage. 1d6 bludgeoning for every 10 feet. Fantastic. You as she spits in Addie's face, you hoist her over the railing of the balcony and drop her to the floor. You hear a crunch as she hits the ground, and she screams.
I walk down, smile on my face.
Just casually.
Maybe next time you'll think about that before spitting in my friend's face.
Yeah, fuck you too. She does her absolute best to spit on you.
You want me to break another bone? I put my foot on her wrist.
I
press down.
I kind of like run up to the both of them, and I just he has his foot on her. I'm going to
Okay.
I'm going to oh god, I really don't have that. I guess I really don't have a dagger, so I'm...
Dude, you can have whatever you
take...
want. Like, this is not a
Cool.
permanent character that we have to continue dealing with.
Yeah.
You can have whatever the fuck you
Cool.
want.
I'm gonna take out a dagger, and I'm just gonna
Within
slit her
reason.
throat, just right there.
Fuck!
Oh!
Yeah.
Whoa!
Slit her throat.
No, I stop. Can I
say-
stop him? Her?
Yeah! You can try.
Contest?
No, I mean, you can just say, I try to stop her. Jake, if you will allow him, we don't have to have a contest. If you don't, like, just out of character, if you are fine with him stopping you, we don't have to have a contest. If you really want to do this...
Sure, I'm fine with him stopping.
Okay.
I'm fine with him stopping.
Yeah, sure. Grégor, you grab Addie's hand as she reaches toward Kate's throat with the dagger.
Don't. We still have a job to do. Even though this necromancer filth deserves it, we need to do this properly. Alright, and I release the pressure off her wrist and I pick her back up. And I start walking towards the outside.
Okay, as you exit the tower, you see that Baldric's student, Gundar, who is also a dwarf, has laid out a large black cloth on the ground, which and has climbed down into the hole that it has created, and is just finishing pulling like lumber out of it, which the rest are building into pyres. Miir'Thak has come around, I suppose, and they're both, and he and Ashlyn both have their hands tied behind their backs, and are on their knees, just watching as the group builds the pyres, and Sidreth is standing behind them, making sure they don't try anything. And
I look at
and you hear Fiore chanting as Nora signs the same words. You hear them chanting, "Fire will cleanse. Fire will release their souls. Almanator, please grant them forgiveness in their eternal life." And like, you guys, I don't know, you pull Kate out. Her long white hair is just like everywhere, and like most of it's red now. And you, I don't know, you just like toss her to the ground in front of the other two.
Yeah.
Where Sidreth picks her up and ties her. Well, she goes to tie her hands, and then, like, upon seeing her left arm is broken, just kind of, like, gives up. Well, she still ties her. She still ties her up, but, like, does her absolute best not to, like, put her in much more pain. And, as you guys are out here, what do you do in this scene of, like...
Okay, I walk up to Ashlyn,
I don't know,
and
good
they're like
good or
kneeled
evil
down on the
as you
ground, right?
are, as you perceive it. Yeah, they're kneeling on the ground.
All right, I kneel down to, I guess, face to face, and I look at their mom, or not their mom, her mom. I look back at her, do like a evil smile, basically.
Yeah. The classic Disney villain evil smile of, like...
Yeah.
like, overly creepy.
I wanted to say something.
You turn into Jim Carrey for a moment and give, like, that the creepiest smile
God.
you can. Yeah.
You know your mother. I'm pretty sure I broke a couple of her ribs.
All right, I grab her hair and I pull her head back.
Sure,
boy.
you don't want to do the same.
I'm sorry, are you asking if she wants her ribs broken or if she wants to do the same to
Yes.
you?
Sorry. I mean, I guess either one could work. I'll go with asking if she wants her ribs broken.
She... Fine. Okay. Ashlyn, like, looks you dead in the eye. She just has this look of defiance on her face. And to her left, Miris is just like whispering, "No, fuck, don't do it." And she says, she just looks at you, and there's a blue flash in her eyes as she says, "Oh, I'm not gonna be the one with broken ribs here. Fuck you, bastards." And your armor class is 19? Alright. Suddenly, one of your eyes is missing because the raven lands on your hand, which you're holding Ashlyn up by, and pecks it out of your skull.
Oh God.
How far away am I from this?
Like, right next to it?
Do I have a clear shot with my arrow? With my crossbow?
Do you have your crossbow in your hand when you drag them out?
No.
I don't know. Then no.
Okay. Could I?
Then
like,
no.
jump up
You're
and,
not
like, swat
a
it out of the air?
fucking Wild West cowboy ready to, like, pull a crossbow off your back and, like, shoot someone with it. You probably don't carry it around loaded, first of all, and because that would be just super dangerous. Geralt. Geralt of Rivia.
How much damage did I take from that?
Oh, yeah, I didn't even roll the damage. You're gonna take 6 points of damage, and also you're going to have -1 to everything that you do that requires hand-eye coordination from now on. Jake, you can attempt to swat the raven out of here.
Yeah.
I imagine that Grégor just fucking drops. You drop Ashlyn as this happens.
When Maya gets pecked, I let go of her and I step back and I scream in pain.
Okay, you let go of her and Sidreth immediately has her in like a headlock. On the ground behind her, just with her arm like wrapped around her throat. and you fucking lurch backwards and like grab what used to be your eye. Which eye is it? Which hand? What's your dominant hand? Because I imagine that's the one you were using to lift her up.
Probably my right hand.
Okay, it's your right eye. So yeah, and
Jake, did you want to do something?
yeah, dude, you hear
you
Baldric
were gonna
just
do something,
fucking
right?
laughing. He finds this so amusing.
Okay, I step up to.
But like
three
in
of
the,
them on the.
you can tell he's not laughing at you for fucking up, or he's laughing at you for fucking up, not for losing your eye. He's just like in the way that friends do, like when Jake, like tries to do something dumb with the acid axe, and we all laugh at him. It's like that. He's not trying to be mean. He's just like, he finds this amusing.
All right, yeah. I go up to the three of them on the ground, and I have a very solemn look on my face, and I say, "I'm not sorry. You know our laws. You know that this is wrong. But I am sorry that I'm the one who has to do it."
Which
That's
one are you?
all I
Which
say.
one are you closest to? Ashlyn, or no? She's being choked out.
I'm
okay.
I'm saying it to all of them.
Okay, Mirrus looks up at you and he says, "Fuck you and fuck your laws. You're not the governing body of the Moonshay. And whatever practices you claim are lawful, you have no real power here." And
Okay,
I would ask you to
So
be
wait, Sorry, go ahead.
slightly more polite, my friend? Question mark at the end.
And then who's holding Ashlyn right now?
Sidreth, Addie's apprentice, best student, whatever. Apprentice. We're gonna go with apprentice. They're your
Right.
best student. They're the one that you have
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So So I walk towards Ashlyn and you said Sidrith.
Yeah. Sidreth.
Back up, Sidrith.
Do they do that? I don't know.
Yeah. She looks at you and just like, I don't know, sees just fire in your eye, and like, she like lets go and puts her hands up, and then like, I don't know, mimes washing her hands off, like, I don't have anything to do with this, and then she goes over and stands next to Addie to watch this happen.
Yeah. I look over at Learman. I'm sorry, I forgot his last name. What is it? Look,
Who?
I know, like it's like Lear.
Lear?
All the names are in the
The
thing. All the names are in the Discord chat.
Sorry, you keep cutting out, Ethan.
All the names are in the Discord chat. all the. Oh, that's why.
Yeah. Okay, I'll just call him by that name. Whatever.
All the names are in the Discord chat.
Watch.
All the names are in the Discord chat.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Watch closely, Mirrus.
And I just take the sword and I drive it through her throat
Fuck me. Who?
and into the
Addie?
ground.
No, Ashlyn?
Ashlyn.
Okay. Fuck. Okay, I need you to make a strength check.
Sure. Okay.
With disadvantage because it's coming from your right side and you can't see it happen.
Sure. Disadvantage is -1,
Nope,
right?
that's roll 2 and take the lower number.
roll 2 and take. Okay, I rolled 3 by accident. What if they're the same number?
Then they're the same number.
Okay, 18.
Fantastic. Okay, well that doesn't beat Magnus's natural 20. He grabs your wrist and pulls the sword out of your hand. Just like as you go to attack Ash, and he says, that is not how we do things. No matter how they have angered you.
Are you serious right now? This bitch took out my eye.
They die by fire, and we might cleanse their souls as our gods decreed.
Alright, I shake off the anger a little bit and grab my sword and I stumble
unless
off.
you would like to be burned at the stake with them.
I don't say anything.
I thought not. Miir'Thak, for your transgressions against our laws and your blasphemy against our gods, your punishment will not only to be burned at the stake alongside your family, but to watch them burn first. And he grabs he grabs Kate and drags her over to one of the 3 pyres and like lifts her up onto it, and Gundar and Baldric tie big thick ropes around her to the central post within the thing, and then they pile on just like the last bit of tinder around her, and then Sidreth kind of just like taps Addie on like the I don't know, on like the side next to her, and she goes to grab Ashlyn as well, like gesturing for you to help her. And you two heft her up onto the second of the 3 pyres and tie her up. And the 2 dwarves place the rest of the kindling, and Nora gestures to Fiore, who reaches back and grabs Miir'Thak by the hair, forcing him to watch as Nora waves her hand through the air in a complicated gesture, and sets both pyres alight. And the 2 women just like ear-splitting horror movie screams, like the worst sound, just the worst sound. And you see Miir'Thak, his face kind of remains resolute, except for he begins to tear up as he just stares as this is going on. What do the 2 of you do in this moment?
I laugh. I laugh.
Fantastic. Old One-Eye just fucking laughs at it. Because that's what they're going to call you from now on, Old One-Eye.
Great. Can't wait. Also, I have cut my finger.
Shit, dude.
And I'm bleeding.
Oh shit, dude. How do you manage to do these things while we're playing D&D? Do you need a moment to go put a band-aid on or whatever?
It does kind of sting, so give me 2 seconds here.
Sure, yeah.
Jake, have you watched Altered Carbon on Netflix?
I've watched some of it.
Okay. Dude, fucking watch the rest of it. It's fantastic.
Mm-hmm. It is really good. Me and my daddy were
Dude, it's so
watching
good.
it, but like we're like in the middle of watching other things, and my sister and mommy aren't watching it with us, so like we couldn't like find good times to watch it,
Man, okay.
and so we ended up just like spending like too much time between episodes, where we'd have to play a lot of catch up.
Dude, just fucking like have a day, sit down, just watch all of it in one go. It's so good.
Mhm.
Just or at least all of the first
It is
season.
good.
It's really good. I don't know how I feel about season 2.
Probably shouldn't have said cut. It's more like it's gonna sound terrible to you guys. It's gonna sound really painful. But you know, like when you wear a glove, let's say there's like a hole in some random part of the glove.
Yeah.
You dig at it, and it's just like kind of the whole glove just kind of, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Falls
it's like
apart.
that. Yeah, it's called. I mean, there's a word for it. It's called degloving. It's the most disgusting form of fucking injury out there.
Okay.
Oh, I hate it.
Don't
Anyway,
Google
continue.
it, Jake. Okay.
Yeah, please don't Google it.
Okay.
You will hate yourself.
So as well, this is Jake we're talking about. Okay. Anyway, as Inquisitor Grégor just bursts into like hysterical laughter, what does Addie do? Also, oh god, I don't remember what happened to the Raven. Did you actually get it? I don't think you did.
No, he didn't.
Okay, yeah, I don't think you actually got the Raven. Just
Yeah. Okay, I am.
What's Addie doing?
I am going to pray to Bahamut to have mercy on them,
Yes. Okay.
knowing that their full judgment is yet to come.
Fantastic. Just like this guy was your friend, whether you knew he was a
Yeah.
necromancer or not. Yeah, sure, I like it.
Mhm.
Okay. Fantastic. As you guys are standing there, and Grigor, you're just laughing, whatever Addie's doing out on the outside, the rest of them all begin to chant the fire will cleanse, will release their souls. Almanator grant them mercy in the afterlife, and this goes on for several minutes as the pyres just this fire and smoke just climbs and fills the room, and as their screaming kind of just dies down, and you can hear Miir'Thak just sobbing, like he's taking huge heaving breaths, and like at this point there's no more for him to cry.
Mm-hmm.
And Magnus gestures at the two of you to finish the job.
What, to burn him?
Yeah.
All right. I pat Addie on the back.
Come on, let's get this done with. I want to go home and get a nice drink.
Drink? What am I saying?
Drink.
Okay. Yeah. Addie?
I nod.
Fantastic. So, what do you do?
Okay,
Well,
come
I mean,
pick him up.
This is your
Well, I
time.
guess we'd need, like, a-
Describe to me.
I mean, I'm gonna go pick him
I
up.
guess we need like
Help me.
flint and steel.
Okay,
like,
you've got magic.
fire.
We've got it. We
Okay.
just need to pick him up
Okay.
and put him on there.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to gently help hoist him up.
Okay, I imagine Grigor is not being gentle. Or are you just waiting there with the rope? You're just like, yeah! Yeah! Let's kill a fucking necromancer!
Yeah.
Okay. Addy, you grab Miir'Thak. And Grégor, you grab the rope. And the two dwarves, Baldric and Gundar, are they're ready with the last of the tinder bundles. And everyone is kind of just gathered around this area as you lift him up onto the pyre, and Grégor, you begin to tie him up, and everybody please make a perception check.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Perception.
Okay.
Zilla.
That was a terrible roll.
Oh. Man, that's a 6.
That's a 4 for me.
Wow. Okay, can I... You know what? Never mind. I want this to just be obvious. Okay, you know what? As you guys just kind of just finished tying him up, you see that sitting on top of the post in the middle of this pyre is the raven with half of an eyeball still hanging out of its mouth. No, fuck it. The whole eyeball is just hanging out of its mouth. It's just got the eye cord thing, the stem. What am I thinking? What am I saying? You know what I mean? The connector bit. It's holding it by that, and it has been sitting on the top of this post since you started lighting the fires, and. As you tie Miir'Thak up to the post, you see the bird, which has been sitting here up where all the smoke has been and all of the ash has been flying up. All of its feathers have been turned white with ash. And then you fucking explode.
What?
Oh.
You explode. Miir'Thak screams. And it is the loudest thing you hear, and you burst into flames, and you are knocked back into the snow, and his pyre is lit, but the ropes that you just finished tying around him have burned off, and he is free. Yeah, thanks, Jake, for the picture of the raven with the eye.
No problem.
And the ropes have been burned away with blue flame, and his robes are just flapping in the wind that this has created, and the snow in a 20-foot radius of him has just evaporated, revealing the green grass underneath, and you guys are still up. Let's roll for initiative.
All right.
Oh, but you
Okay.
are each going to take some damage from the fire.
Sure.
You're each going to take 5 points of damage from that.
I got 9.
9.
I got 8.
Okay. Fantastic. So, we have, in order, Miir'Thak, Magnus, Sidreth, Grégor. Addy. Baldric. Gundar. Fiore. And Nora. That's your combat order.
All right.
And the first thing is Mira shouts into the crowd of the 9 of you. Yep. And he says, "You killed my wife. You killed my daughter. You've taken my home. You've accused me of necromancy without even affording the effort to tell me why. Fine, you want necromancy? I'll show you God's damned necromancy." And out of the ground around him, skeletons begin to dig their way through the earth in the snow cleared space around him. And Magnus goes next and immediately has his sword drawn, and it bursts into flames, and he just cuts one of the skeletons down before it has even pulled itself halfway out of the snow. And Sidreth pulls her bow off of her back and just looses an arrow through another one. And Grégor, what do you do?
I guess, I draw my light hammer
Okay.
and
You just
get ready for an attack.
crack
I mean,
something over the head.
sure. I'll crack Addy's head.
Okay. You crack Addy over the head with your hammer. No, sure. No, you can just tell me what you do.
Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah. I don't know. You can just tell me what you do.
Okay. Yeah. I go for an attack.
Okay. Yeah, you run up to one of the skeletons just as it has just as it starts to pull its right leg out of the ground after its left, and
dirty 20.
And you just fucking crush its skull with your hammer. Addy, what do you do?
How many skeletons are there?
Many, and more on the way.
All right, then.
It's
What
almost
is
as
there,
if people die in the mountains all the time, and he has a big and he has to bury the dead around his around the area because he's the fucking doctor.
All right, and what is their challenge rating?
2? It's a skeleton.
2.
Hold on.
Oh well.
Hold on.
Okay, yeah.
Hold on. Challenge rating 1/4.
1/4.
Yeah.
Awesome. Then I cast.
Okay.
I'm going to
Cast Turn
channel
Undead.
Divinity, and
Turn Undead.
Turn Undead, and because of my level, it will destroy all undead that are
Okay,
challenge
within-
rating 1 or less.
Within how much feet of you? What's the range on that?
I will need to check.
Okay, you know what? You get half of them. Half of them just disintegrate. And
Yeah.
And Miris just looks angered by this. Baldric and Gundar each draw an axe out of their belts and are knocking Gundar knocks one of the skeleton's heads off, and Valdric just like swings his through a pile of ash as you turn undead. And Fiore and Nova are casting a spell in tandem, which just shoots a bolt of lightning directly toward Miir'Thak, who just fucking like reflects it off the back of his hand, casting the spell Shield. And oh fuck it, he casts Shield, and the lightning bolt fucking just bounces back toward them, killing Fiore.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and then the skeletons attack. There's like 6 of them surrounding Magnus, and like 5 of them hit him. And like one rams a sword through, like in between some, like most of their attacks bounce off of them, but one of them rams a sword in into a gap in the armor on his leg, and he just looks frustrated by this. One of the skeletons just like picks up a bone from one of the other guys that has been knocked down, and just fucking like beats Gundar over the head with it. And then like while that's happening, another one like with a spear just fucking rams it through Baldric's chest, killing him.
Damn, they're all dying quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're next, baby. We're next.
And and Magnus cuts down the 6 that are like on him, and then like begins to advance on Miir'Thak. And then it's Sidrath's turn. She lets out her breath attack, which is lightning, I think.
Lightning. Yeah. Lightning.
She lets out her breath attack, and it just like covers like 6 or 7 of the now like 30 skeletons at least that are like just crawling out of the ground, and there seems to be no end of that. There seems to be no end to them. Almost as though he's been, being a doctor for a long, long time with bodies buried around him for a long time. Addie, because you're the one who is like not just out for blood here, you have a moment of reflection, and it feels like this was a defense system, like this was set in place as a defense rather than like I'm gonna go fight people with my skeletons. You feel like this is a defense that has been put in place, and you just like tripped an alarm. And then one of the skeletons just fucking jumps on you. Gregor, what do you do? I don't know if you're. You tell me if you're nearby enough to like help Addie, or if you're even gonna like pay attention. That's up to you.
Addie, what's your health at?
I haven't dealt a lot of like actual damage to you guys.
40 out of
60.
Oh, hold on. Here, let me deal some damage to you. 6 plus 7 is 13. 13 more damage. Take 13 damage from the skeleton jumping on you and like stabbing you with one of his own ribs. Okay, so Gregor, what do you do?
I cast Cure Wounds on Addie.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
You got 8 health back.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Addie, what do you do? There's still a skeleton on you.
7. Hold on, let me do the math. Okie dokes. I am going to... I guess I don't really have my, weapon out yet. I did the channel divinity.
Dude, just fucking draw it. Like, we don't have time for this.
Ooh, or I could do that, yes.
Oh my god, please.
I know, it's right on top of me. Okay, sure. I draw my warhammer, and I...
Just
What?
yourself in the face
Yep.
with it.
I'm gonna try to, like, maybe, like, kind of, like, bonk him in, like, the legs to try to, like, get him off me.
Okay, yeah, roll the hit with disadvantage.
Disadvantage, okay. Godzilla. Oh, nope. Not one.
Oh, good. You smack yourself in the
Oh,
back of
boy.
the head with your warhammer. I don't even know how you've done that, but you smack yourself in the back of your head with your warhammer. How much damage does it do? What's the warhammer's damage? D10?
It does,
D10.
yeah, D10 if I'm using both hands.
Well, I have to imagine that you were.
Yeah.
Cool. Take 7 points of damage from hitting yourself in the
God.
face. Fantastic. Next is Gundar, who is like being beaten with a being beaten by a skeleton with a bone. Yeah, he like rolls the skeleton off of him and then like smashes its skull with his foot. And then he's stabbed through the throat by another skeleton. Yeah, you're not having a great time. And Miras shouts, "Look what you've brought upon yourself, Magnus. You and your brood, your ilk, your fucking cultists. I healed your wounded. I restored your sick to health. I did this without asking a thing in return, and this is what you do. Well, I've had enough of it." And he points his finger at Magnus, and a black bolt shoots off of it, and Magnus just pops out of existence.
No.
Oh.
And,
Can't be dead, though, because he's alive in present time.
oh,
Ooh, this is
do you want to make an Arcana check?
Oh, yes, please. Godzilla. That's 4. I'm rolling terribly today.
Okay, yeah, you don't know. You've apparently never looked at a spellbook before. And then he turns to you, and he says, "Addy, I thought we were friends." And then he points his finger at you, and another bolt of energy shoots off of it. Well, several bolts of energy shoot off of it. He is casting magic missile at you. Using a like 9th level spell slot.
Oh, God, okay.
So that's just all the damage. So 6 8 12 15 let's just call it an even 30.
30?
Yeah.
God. Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah. Yeah, you were crashed into by 11 silver bolts of energy and like taken out.
Oof.
Next is Magnus, who is not here. Sidreth, who fucking, like, runs over to Addie, and runs over to Addie, catching you. She catches you, like, as you fall to the ground, and then...
Wasn't I already on the ground?
No.
Because the skeleton had jumped on me.
Yeah, you were still standing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you were still standing to fight the skeleton. Whatever.
Okay.
She runs over and catches you, as you, like, just before you hit the ground, and then she like stands up and like aims her. And Gregor, you're the only one who sees this, I guess. She like aims several arrows at Miras and like looses them at him, and one of them hits him in the shoulder.
Damn.
And then it's your turn.
Cool. How close is Miras from me?
About 15 feet through 12 skeletons.
20
feet,
Okay.
maybe. That feels more reasonable for 12 skeletons to be in between you. 20 feet through 12 skeletons. Through 12 skeletons. Or 6 skeletons, whatever. A bunch
Cool.
of skeletons.
I throw my light hammer
Okay.
at him.
You're not Thor, but okay. You
I
throw the
will
light-
try, okay?
Okay, I can try! I can try, damn it! Sure, yeah, you
Alright.
chuck the hammer at it. They make a
Cool.
ranged attack roll. So add your dexterity instead of your strength.
Okay. Okay. That is gonna be... Where's my dexterity? I'm stupid. Okay, yeah, 16.
16 to hit. Yep, that'll hit. You
Nice.
sure you launch the hammer over the top of the skeletons, and you hit him. You hit him square in the chest with it, and the wind is knocked out of him, and he drops to his knees, still in the midst of the burning pyre. Although it's still blue fire, and it doesn't seem to be doing anything to him.
Mm.
He drops to his knees and tries to catch his breath, and as such fails to command the skeletons this turn. It's then Sidreth's turn, and she levels several more arrows at him and looses them, and another one catches him in the leg just above the knee. Grégor, it's your turn again.
Okay.
And should I be making death saves?
Nah.
I pull out my longsword.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, you should make a death save, Jake, just in case you get a nat 20.
Alright.
Let's see here. Forgot I even had a
Stella?
pull.
Nope. That's
Okay.
a fail.
Okay.
Wait.
Grégor, it's your turn again.
Wait. Okay, I think I have to use that first. Never mind. Okay, let's see. Alright, so I'm gonna use extra attack
Okay.
and attack, I guess, the two closest skeletons near me.
Fantastic. You cut them down. You cut 2 of the skeletons down. I'm not gonna make you roll
Nice.
for that. They're unable to defend themselves with this turn. Okay, then Addie makes her death save. And then it's Miras' turn. He catches his breath, stands up, and looks you dead in the eye from about 20 feet away. And then Sidreth bursts into flames. And he, like, falls to the ground dead.
Damn.
And he says, You. I saw what you did to my daughter and my wife, and I am going to enjoy this. And he takes several steps forward and he Jake, stop breathing in the microphone. Miir'Thak takes several stop. Shh. Miir'Thak takes several steps forward, and the skeletons all just swarm you and grab you, Inquisitor Grégor, and he walks up to you, and he grabs you by the hair, and he's maybe half a foot taller than you. I don't know how tall Grégor is. I shouldn't say that. How tall is Inquisitor Grégor?
He is. Sorry. Let's say.
You know what? It doesn't matter. The skeletons knock you down to your knees. Miir'Thak walks up to you, and grabs you by the hair, and he pulls your face close, just like inches from his, and he says, "I hope the fire cleanses you, motherfucker." And you feel your lungs burst into flame inside you. And then you're drowning. The fire goes out, and you cough up water like it's like you just got pulled out of the ocean after about a week. And he says, "I'm going to do this to you over and over and over until you beg your gods for forgiveness." And, Addie, you come to just in time to watch him cough water up the second time, as well as just smoke just comes pouring out of his mouth, like after just a ton of smoke just comes pouring out of his mouth. As he's just, like, held there in place by the skeletons. And I want to know what you do.
I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I am going to channel divinity again and turn all the skeletons around us
To dust. Fantastic.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I'm going to yell over at
Well, yeah.
at Miir'Thak, and I'm going to say, "Miir'Thak, let's talk."
The time for talking ended when you laid a hand on my daughter. You'd better pray to your gods that no one ever talks to you again, bitch. And then the same thing happens to you.
Oof. How much damage does it do?
All of the damage. You two, and listen, we're gonna get into cutscene mode here because we've been going for 2 hours.
Okay.
Like, the episode is gonna end. And, you both burn from the inside out, which is infinitely worse than what you put his family through.
Mm-hmm.
And we see, and you both die. And then we the audience see Miir'Thak just, like, begin to drag away the Inquisitors' bodies. And he does this through the entire night. He drags them away, and we see him just we see him just, like, push them off of a cliff, and they roll down the side of the mountain until they eventually pile up just a few hundred meters from the fortress, where they are inevitably found the next morning. just like down the mountain. And then he returns to to his tower, his home, and he looks over the destruction that has been wrought upon his life. And the pyres have burnt out by now. And the raven has long since just suffocated in the smoke. Its feathers still bleached white with ash. And he enters he goes around behind the tower, and he pulls a shovel from the side of the stable behind it. And he begins to dig 2 graves. He melts the snow off of one side of the tower, and he digs 2 graves, and he pulls the bodies down off of the pyres. First his wife, and then his daughter. And he takes a stake from the shed by the stables, and he drives it into the ground at the head of each grave. And around the first, he wraps his wife's golden necklace with a ruby set into it, and he enchants it so that no one may ever remove it. He buries his daughter, and he drives the stake into the ground, and he lifts up the raven, and he magics it, I suppose, and its feathers and begin to fall, and its flesh just drops off of it, just turning to dust. And he positions the bones into an effigy perched atop the stake, and he enchants it so that no one may ever remove it. And then he enters the tower for the last time, and he enters the tower one more time, and he returns with the body of the man he had been operating on, just slung over his back, and he does the same to him as he did with the bodies of the other Inquisitors, and he eventually rolls down the mountain and joins the pile. And we see him enter the tower one last time for several minutes. And he comes back out, and he looks upon the tower, which has been burned black, and he pulls a small iron key from out of his pocket, and he locks the door. And then he's gone.